Absolutely agree, Meligal. It's just I just made the distinction between vibration and oscillation, but in actual fact, frequency is rising. Yes, frequency or bass pulse rhythm is rising, and the Schumann resonance also reflects that in the recording of the frequency of the Earth, the sound tones. Yes, so that's true, but just that the vibration is in a ratio with oscillation. So the point I was making is that higher vibration is density. The release of vibration into oscillation raises the frequency ratio so that there's actually a higher frequency. So it's the release of potential. So a lot of people in the movement have been saying we've got to raise our vibration, but in actual fact we're raising our oscillation and release of potential. So we're releasing the ratio into a higher frequency, bass pulse rhythm. What's been happening in the Earth through the Schumann resonance is it's been a black hole initiative. What's been happening is with the intruder race lines pumping their broadcast into the hologram of the Earth. In other words, they're trying to push in a Fibonacci series spiral, a golden mean kind of a spiral, a harvesting Merkaba kind of a spiral, which we call a Metatronic code. It's called Metatronics. It's called siphoning system, vampiring system. It's actually Merkaba sets that create reverse spirals, reverse sequencing DNA, actually ripping time segments out of the hologram. So they're actually broadcasting on a higher frequency of their intrusion. They're recruiting more and more members as agents in the Earth. They have many more incarnates coming into body here as operatives for the black hole agenda, and they're pumping frequency through kind of technology as well, through the wormhole. They're pumping from their own matrix in a parallel adjacent system billions of light years away. They're actually pumping through the time tunnel, through the wormhole. They're actually pumping the frequency of greater extraction, and they're actually expending some of their stolen energy to raise the frequency so they can actually harvest the Earth as a great matter-based extraction. So what's happening is they're raising the Schumann resonance through the 2012 alignment, which is causing the 55 spin reverse cycle energy to broadcast in the hologram of the Earth to bring everything into an extraction alignment. And what's happening at the same time is what we call the host. The hosting system of the perpetual motion life, or the organic life systems, which we would normally be a part of, but we're not because we're in a black hole fall. We're being harvested and harnessed of our energy here in the Earth and through the Milky Way galaxy. What would normally happen is we would be in an organic system. Well, the organic system host, which we call the Guardian Alliance, Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, and the multi-cosmic structure of Christic realities, time matrices, are here to host us, to support us into a different frequency or time wave band. We're here into a different time wave where it's eternal lifetime band, where we're coming into certain frequencies that are now overriding the intruder race line 55 Metatronic Death Star Merkaba frequency broadcast. The many broadcasts are going on through the crystalline structure and structures of the Earth hologram. Many factions of intrusion have come in, and they're all broadcasting their frequencies. And many entities are attuned to the harmonics of the DNA codes of the intruders. So the operatives on the Earth would be listening to their own hosting broadcast. So the red dragons, green dragons, white dragons, those kind of intruder race lines, they're vying for power and control over other invader race lines. And you can see that even playing out in politics today, where that's a virulent form of attack and wiping one another out. All the intruders are vying for the power, vying for the food. They want to control the matrix. And a Borgia matrix, which is one of the original black hole matrix controls, is probably the biggest wormhole coming in, and it's trying to latch into other wormholes that are currently siphoning the life out of the planet and out of this galaxy. So the Borgia matrix is trying to gobble up or eat up other wormhole time rip technology broadcasting systems that operate within the templates of the hologram of the Earth. So energy is being ripped out and there's a competition for it. But at the same time, the host of the living system is trying to run the time wave as a blended time wave with the Metatronic siphoning systems. You know, the Fibonacci series of destruction, decay, Merkaba sets of vortex energy siphoning is now running parallel with the host, which is life-giving. So many of us who are coded here, you know, there's a war of attrition going on within all of us because we've all got various kind of code sets that operate within our genome, within the DNA and within the membranes of our associations here. Many of us are attuned to many frequencies within us, internally. And so those who are able to get a quotient of appreciation of the life-giving time wave, called the crystal river flow, they're able to attune themselves to the ascension process. And as those who are able to attune themselves to the ascension process do actually bring in some base shield bonding and anchor those life streams into their templates and share it in the hologram of the Earth, the more and more of the life-giving structure is transmitted into the broadcast of the hologram of the Earth, and more people who get healed and transmit their healing codes into the Earth are also appealing to others who are hybridized with intruder race line codes, maybe of a higher containment and constraint level, and we're able to interface with others who are badly coded with corruption and touch some innermost parts of their own hologram to restore communication within their own networks, internally within their own structure, to give them a call home and to help them activate those living parts of their own structure and to come into the hosting system to regenerate their body and to regenerate their fields of communication. So you know, there's many things happening in the planet here right now with the base pulse rhythm increasing, with the host system increasing and bringing a dual time wave, with the many broadcasts of the invader race lines vying for power through competition. There's a lot going on in the Earth at the moment, because we see Earth as the universal Stargate 3, and we also see the Sun as a universal Stargate 4. So it's very hot property at the moment, very hot property on the Earth, and many race lines are incarnating here in this very current time to gain control and domination and extend their agenda into different dimensions through Earth platform. So it's very interesting what's going on here. Anyway, hand over the mic there to you, Fax.